Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just So I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we finished off another quest, more quests, unending post-Moogle quests, which my voice is having some problems handling. And apparently there's no more post-Moogle quests right now. Oh. Okay. Well. Apparently I need to do more patch stuff. Like I need to go and do the main story if I want to get more of those unlocked. Anyway then, alright, we're okay. Change of plans, my friends. It's time for the Crystal Tower Alliance raids. You can start to unlock these by talking to the outlandish man over here. Yeah, let's get a move on, shall we? The Legacy of Alec. Do I know you? Ah, unless I am very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Guardian Empire's general, are you not? The great Lynn Adair herself. Amazing. And more than a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate. I but recently received a word of a truly unique opportunity, you see. An opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward, not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk, a single misstep could cost you your life. But what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A woman with absolute confidence in her own abilities stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. If my words have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Ramrose at St. Connex's Find. It is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. Look at my hair freaking out. It's ridiculous. It's not only my hair though, but it's also some piece of my clothing that's just freaking out. Interesting maneuver. Why, if it isn't Linda there herself? I was not expecting such a celebrated guest, but to what do I owe the honor of this visit? You were directed here, you say, by a man clad in foreign garb? Well, the opportunity you spoke of must surely refer to our latest geographical endeavor. Yes, quite how we came to know of this is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organization. But there is something for me to ponder in private. Whatever. You are here now, and your services will, I am certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find herself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to Zol's solemn halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Now, the first. Then I thought it was you. What brings you to St. Connex's? Tell me, the Alliance has sent you another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low an apparently inseparable foe? Yes? No? Ah, I see you two are already acquainted. That is well. Master Gallant, our intrepid hero here, caught wind of the forthcoming expedition, and has kindly pledged to assist us. Has she? Glad to have you aboard, Lynn. You don't have the faintest idea what you volunteer for, do you? Very well, let us begin at the beginning. The Sons of St. Koinak are tasked with unearthing the secrets of the long-lost fallen Allegan Empire, and this present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. Ah, but I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Allegan archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garlemald can presently achieve. Nero Tolskeva simply awoke it. I mention this by way of a reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allegan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. Now to the core of the matter. Here in Mordona, there stands an entire elegant structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and the Lesser Moon Dalamud before it, it seems wise to treat any remnant of that area with the utmost caution. They must be analyzed, monitored, and above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal Legatus wield one of those weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose that the tower be explored. I don't know. Is there gonna be another cutscene? Yes, okay. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep in the ground, but, like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Emerald Era. It now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal, pointed at the bosom of the heavens. Also, anybody who has ever played Final Fantasy III, you're gonna love the amount of references in this place. That's all I can say. This entire place is a big reference to Final Fantasy III, for anybody unaware. We believe the tower to be the repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses, and we cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. These defenses take the form of statues, carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen. The 8 Sentinels, as the Sons are wont to call them, is the first barrier we must overcome. Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues, or the front door is forever beyond our reach. My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Lyn, but I can think of no finer woman for the task. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There's much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. Alright, Rambros. Our first objective is to reach the entrance to the Crystal Tower. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by powerful defense mechanisms, each utilizing one of the 4 elements of fire, water, wind, or earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on Master Godon's analysis, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals must be of surpassing clarity, free of the slightest impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the Beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Mayhap I should have said exactly like the specimens they use. Were there any other way, we would not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the Beast-tribe strongholds and liberate their perfect crystals. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray make for Lenoche, where both the Sapsa spawning grounds and the Gomorrah mines are located. You may be certain that the materials used in the Beastman's sacred rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave to your discretion. But whatever you do, please be careful. Okay, now before we go and do any of that stuff, I actually just remembered that I'm full on tomestones, I think, still. Yeah. I should go and spend those. Let's see though, because as far as I'm aware, I was still getting the ranger stuff. Go and buy this. Let's see though, because we have the aiming one that I need now. There we go. I'm kind of wondering if my item level 86 is gonna be enough to enter the Crystal Tower. I actually really don't know. I guess we will see, my friends, when we get to it. Right. Time to go and liberate some crystals. It's really stupid that I cannot continue the post-Muggle stuff. It's really like thinking like, alright, let's go and get stuck in, as they say, and do all that stuff. But then it's like, ha! No, you will not. You cannot. Ba-da. Now thinking about it though, the last thing I did was... Okay, yeah, no. Dragoon makes sense. I was thinking about like the last duty I did, what job I was playing, because I'm still doing, like, I'm still switching between those jobs. And in this case, it would be Monkey. Which means that the first alliance raid I'm going to be doing is going to be done as a Dragoon. Right, there we go. Let us make our way to Airport. Bum, 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 ba-da, ba, bum. I seem to remember that this particular quest used to take a lot more work than it does now. Right, I also need to go and get all of this gear turned into seals. I forgot about that. Seems like a pretty good idea to go and get that going, because my inventory is kind of full. Now I'm thinking about it, I don't really remember the item level of the items you get in the alliance raids. It could be item level 90 though, with the first one in any case. But then it's probably more for... I think it's item level 100 for the second one, and then 110 for the last one. Maybe. I could be very much wrong though. It's something that you don't really look at that much, at least usually. Unless if you're doing it like as current content. There's not really... Like, I in any case don't really pay attention to that, because you usually just buy the Ironworks gear and then you have item level 130, which is the maximum you can get. Which is normally the stuff that you get from the most difficult content in 2.0. Which would be the raid tier. So now we're doing the alliance raids, and next up, or later on in any case, we're gonna do the normal raids. However, for that I need to start doing the patches too, so I don't know how I'm gonna be doing that. I'm either going to just begin doing the patches, or maybe I should just do all of the patches first. And like stop. I remember a certain point where I can stop basically, relatively safely, with the story, and then we can just go and do all of the other side stuff that I still need to do. How progress your efforts in infiltrating the Beastman strongholds? So these are the famed, flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I've seen countless specimens from before I know... From I know not how many excavations, but nothing to compare to these. Their purity is astounding. You have done well then. With these in our possession, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in Zaharok, the war camp of the Amalja in Thanalan. The latter in Natalan, the roost of the Ixal in the hills of Curtis. You can expect them to be as closely guarded as the first two, if not more so. Still, I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. Whoopsie. Time to go to Thanalan. I was stuck against the skybox. Bro. Why? Why you gotta act like a bitch? Oh. Bum bum ba 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 bum bum ba 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 bum bum bum. Caca. What is the difference between doing the positioning for this one? 600, it's 40 extra potency. That's pretty good. Lynn, it is good to see you. Tell me, were you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the Beastman? Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we are now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparations. I hope I did not give the impression that we would be embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet. Alas, there is another step which must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals you acquired are indeed flawless, they are of little use to us in their present form. If they are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defense, they must needs be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, we will be requiring your services once again. If the flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process, a very specific set of abrasive substances will be required. Well, I say substances, but one might just as well call them substance, namely ether sand, which has 4 elementally aspected varieties. Alas, ether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stone it is used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the Goldsmiths Guild in Ul'dah seemed the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we required. When I contacted the Guildmaster, however, I was informed that no ether sand was currently available, though I requested that the word be sent as soon as new stock came in. I have yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point that I placed the order some time before you procured the flawless crystals. I am well aware that acquiring ether sand is no small feat, of course, and I am not an impatient man, but I fear the more we delay our investigation, the greater the risk that the tower's secrets may fall into the hands of other, less savory parties. That is why I wish to entrust you with the payment for our purchase and send you to speak directly with Guildmaster Serendipity. Mayhap the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it is my hope that when next we meet, you will have found at least one of the 4 varieties of ether sand we require. Yay, fetch quests. Even more fetch quests. So goldsmith, miner, just want to take a look for a second. Weaver, and then that guy. Ah, Mr. Sadair. Welcome, welcome. What brings you here, if I may ask? Money. You're here on behalf of the Sons of St. Koinak. What fortune timing. I was just about to contact Master Rambros with the news that we finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire-aspected ether sand. I'm afraid it may take some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you are welcome to settle accounts for that which we have now. Pray speak with Gemin over there. Ah, I do beg your pardon. It seems she's assisting another customer. Come on, there must be something you can do. Without that sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design. I sympathize with your plight, sir, but as I explained, the ether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you've offered as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying it's not enough? I'm already stretching our research budget as it is. Suppose a man can do without a midday meal for a year or 2. Lynn, it's been too long. What brings you here then? Got your eye on something expensive, have you? Money. Well now, that is quite a money pouch. The sound of so many gil clinking together is strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh no. You're here for the bloomin' ether sand, aren't you? Well, I can't deny the elegant civilization's a subject worth researching. The chief said he was looking into something big, but we never thought to ask him what. Wedge and I have been too busy tinkering with a new airship design to think of much else, eh? Well, I say tinkering. Wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth, we finally managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We got the idea for it when we heard how you lot had used a corrupted crystal on board the Enterprise. As a matter of fact, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of ether sand. And that's why I can't just relinquish my claim on this batch here, even for you, lass. Are we meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technologically innovating, eh? While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, duty compels me to point out that this lady is a representative of the organization that reserved the ether sand in question, to mention nothing of the fact that her purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? No. Alright, this batch is yours. I'll let you have it. But if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair that you grant me a role in this project of yours. I'll take it as a yes. It's not every day you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think up another technological innovation or 2. Oh. Now then, from what you've told me, I'm guessing you'll need the other 3 varieties of elementally aspected ether sand as well, yeah? Right? Rather than sitting on your rump waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time would be better spent looking for the stuff yourself. And it just so happens that I know of a good place to start. There is said to be a peddler in northern Thanlan who very occasionally handles the earth-aspected variety of ether sand, which is in the process of confirming the rumor as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? The answer being, just the other day. Seems he's been inspired by a certain adventurous heroic example. I thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thanlan without me. I just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. Head out to Blue Fog and you should find him poking about with his bodyguard. Oh, did I not mention her? Aye. Wedge thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he first thought. Save your greetings. If you're looking for a hired blade, then you'll have to look elsewhere. After the day I've had, the only company I crave is the squat. Silent type, the type that has a handle and holds no less than a pint of ale. You wish to hear my tale? I warn you, it's no stirring epic, but as you asked, my employer, a Lalafin and lad, wished to pay a visit to a peddler who deals in some manner of special sand. I forget what it is called, but it is apparently worth a small fortune. Anyway, when we arrived, the man claimed his stock had been stolen by bandits. Determined not to return empty-handed, we crept into the bandit stronghold and set about locating the stolen goods. Long story short, alarms were raised, rogues were awoken, and we fled in a blind panic. I was separated from my employer in the confusion and have not seen him since. Oh, a friend of yours, is he? Then you'd best be prepared for the worst. It's just possible the poor sod may yet be lost in the old Imagina Mithril mine, but I fear the bandits will have caught up with him by now. Let's see, if I remember correctly, I need to be in here. Hello. How could I be so stupid? Sneak into a bandit's lair, it's just not the sort of thing I do, and now I'm going to die for it. No, I just need to calm down. I can do this, I can be brave, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to walk out of here. Here we go. Yeah, I'm sorry, please don't kill me. I promise I'll leave and never come back? Lynn, it really is you. But how did you find me? Can you smell fear? Actually, ignore that smell. I expect you're wondering why I'm here. Well, I was just in the process of retrieving some stolen ether sand, which Biggs and I need for our research. As it happens, it was, I concede, perhaps a touch foolish and very nearly fatal. But I did succeed in snatching the stuff before my bodyguard ran away and several dozen bandits came piling after me with knives and axes and what looked very much like a plank with a rusty nail in it. Anyway, the important thing is that the stolen ether sand is right here in my Oh dear. Must have fallen out when I was, taking evasive maneuvers. It seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet. You'll find the ether sand in my stead. Oh, thank the gods. You're a true friend, Lynn. I hope the search doesn't prove too troublesome. The bandits don't seem to care much for visitors. Excusez-moi. There it is. Apparently, picking up sand takes a long time. Bruh. Boy, if you don't... There we go. Lynn, have you had any luck locating the ether sand? Yes, that's it. I must return to the workshop at once and tell Biggs the wonderful news. What's that? You're also on a mission to collect ether sand? And you're working with the chief? A treasure trove of elegant knowledge, you say? I see. Then you should really be the one to have this. Biggs and I are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation, but it sounds as if your problem can be solved. It sounds as if your problem can't be solved by any other means. This expedition of yours sounds jolly interesting, I must say. I'm half inclined to join you. In fact, I think I will. Any venture worth the chief's name must be worth a look. Right, I'm more than ready to leave this awful place behind. And you should return to Mordor now, with that ether sand before there are any more, little mishaps. Be sure to keep a close eye on your pockets, then. Time for another stretch, Why is the noise suddenly gone? Ah, then. You have returned. I take from your presence that you were successful in procuring us some ether sand. Tell me, which variety did you find? All. Well, 2. I forgot to block chat. Oh well. I see, 2 varieties. Well, that is more than could reasonably be expected, and 2 less than I had hoped you would say. Forgive my flippancy. You have done well, truly. If all goes to plan, we need no longer fear death by fire or earth. Master Garland, if you'd be so kind as to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I've been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like these every day. Speaking of which, how in the seven hells did you find them? Mistake me not, old friend. I know only too well how capable you are. But ether sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. You had help from Biggs and Wedge. Trust them to design a revolutionary new engine the moment I turn my back. As a genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are so damnable and inventive, eh? And now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. I jest, of course. It will be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let's endeavor to procure the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambros, have we any information on where the water and wind aspected types might be hiding? Not as of yet, but I have made certain arrangements. We shall soon see if my efforts have borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less than enthusiastic about that prospect. If there's a complication, I'd rather we discuss it now than risk jeopardizing the expedition. Mayhap an explanation is in order, but first let us savor the preliminary victory that Lynn has won for our cause, if only for a moment. Oh. Yes, I must speak of the arrangements I made to acquire the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand. Some days ago, I asked a Shaudian acquaintance of mine to travel to Gridania and there gather the necessary materials. Since that time, however, I have heard nary a whisper from him. To be frank, this lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic, but I cannot discount the possibility that something ill has befallen the man. Alas, we do not have the time to investigate his fate. As I have mentioned before, the more we delay our expedition, the more likely it is that the Crystal Tower's secrets will fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, I would entrust you with the same mission I assigned to my friend. Travel to the Black Shroud and seek out Parsimon Twain, master of the markets in Gridania. If anyone knows where ether sand might be bought, it is he. Yes? I'm sorry, did you say you wish to purchase ether sand? Forgive me, madam, but have you the faintest idea of the rarity of the material you seek? Why, I have not seen so much as a grain of ether sand in these markets for many a long year. I could tell you where one might mine the ore from which the water-aspected variety of the abrasive is derived, but only a desperate fool would willingly set foot in the place. You seem undeterred. Very well. Are you familiar with Earth's Gift? This is where the ore is to be found, in an area inhabited by a particularly pernicious hog. Should you encounter the Batusk Nightmare, you will know that you are in the right place, albeit at the wrong time. Farewell. You are too late, adventurer, and not only for the entertainment, you will find no trace of the ore, which but recently lay here, nay, not so much as a speck. Ah, no, you will never spy me from there. For the time being, at least, you will have to trust the evidence of your ears. Now stop squinting at the foliage and listen. As I told you, the water-blessed mineral you hope to find is gone, taken by me. Victory has made me magnanimous, however. Accordingly, I have decided to share the location of an alternative source of ether sand with you. The wind-touched variety, to be specific. I trust I have your attention. Good. A band of Ixal in the North Stride keeps a quantity of the abrasive for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here all day? Make haste, adventurer, before I snatch another prize from under your nose. This is to be a race. The Ixalid logging grounds in the North Stride shall be our destination. And that is where the real amusement will begin. May the best man win. Oh yeah. A relic reborn, right. Wow, I missed that attack. That's painful right there. That was a life surge, full thrust. Yeah, that's not amazing. Bravo, that was quite a show adventure. Why the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of Easter scents slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the wind touched abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help feeling the greater prize is mine. This inequity must not stand. I insist that you accept a token of my appreciation. Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you to the east, in a clearing within Proud Creek. Pray retrieve the gift ere it is crushed beneath the iron feet of the Dullahans. Boy, if you don't... Not that you were expecting. I took the liberty of refining the ore from Earth's gift into ether sand. Do keep it safe, adventurer. Lest you accuse me of playing games, you should know that the thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind, until I saw you in action. Such deeds must needs be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record history as it is made by mortal men, and I much prefer to chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Thus, it is my fervent wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventurer, and sooner than you may imagine. Alright. What news of your mission? Are we any closer to acquiring the remaining abrasive? You've brought both! I shall have Master Golem begin work on the crystals immediately. No, just give me the money. Just give me the money! There, that should do the trick. Excellent work. We now possess all 4 of the fangs required to pierce the Crystal Tower's defenses. My compliments, Master Garland. Oh, it was a trifling matter, I assure you. Lynn, here's the one you should be Lynn here is the one you should be thanking. Anyway, by my reckoning, there's nothing stopping us from striding up to the Elegant's front door. You can't go without us, Chief. I don't know which of the 2 it was. Biggs, Wedge, come to lend a hand, have you? Well, it's not every day you get a chance to study the wonders of the Elegant Empire, is it? Their technology makes Golemart look ancient. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads, I really do, but we are not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle with technology they do not understand, and the realm has been dragged onto the very brink of oblivion on both occasions. We shall not be so irresponsible as to risk another. Which, do you recall our company's creed? Yes, Chief, it's freedom through technology. Exactly, freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this. The wonders of the all-knowing Allegan Empire could not save their civilization, and have damn near doomed ours. Twice. That is why we must explore the Crystal Tower, and if needs be, seal away its secrets. A compelling viewpoint. It is unyielding wills such as yours that have defined the course of history. So you return at last. What, pray tell, has kept you so wholly preoccupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress or preservation? Why, the task you assigned to me, of course. Surely you have not forgotten about the Ether Sand? I tasked a passing adventurer with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not imagine. Greetings, adventurer. Did I not say we would meet again? I believe an introduction is in order. I am Grohatia, one of the students of Baldesian. I look forward to joining you in your groundbreaking expedition. Grohatia has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you will forgive him his eccentricities and welcome him as one of our own. So then, our fellowship is complete, and all stand ready to step into the unknown. 3 cheers for Noah! Noah? That is a name I have chosen for our little collective. Given our different backgrounds, we cannot very well call ourselves the Sons of Saint Koenig, now can we? And we must have a memorable appellation if our venture is to leave its mark in the annals of history. I could claim that Noah stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical, and so it does, technically, but my true reason for choosing this name stems from the fact that it is shared by a vaunted Allegan archmages. An archmagus, I still have no idea how to say this. You have archmages, archmagus, like, Jesus Christ. Anything of that works, it's fine. I like the sound of that. Very well, now that the pressing matters of what to call ourselves has been settled, it is time we set forth to brave the outer defense of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready to depart? Nod. Ready! Well, we are mayhaps ready. However, my friends, that's going to be the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode of just us playing Final Fantasy XIV, and next episode we are going to go and enter the Crystal Tower. Goodbye.